The Twitch is live, and Lauren cracks us off.
Whoa.
That was a funny entrance. Wait till you actually see the actual moment we started broadcasting Tiger Lily. We could not see. There's the end. Welcome to VGM Wednesday. I'm assuming you came over from the Facebook group. I'll vamp a little bit before we waste all of Ian's time, but Free Play Richardson is open now, 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. I'm sorry, open today. It's Wrestling Wednesday today out there. That means competitions on Killer Queen and Death Ball and Pac-Man Battle Royale, and I hear an unusual amount of SNK players as they're looking to take the title from one birthday boy yesterday, Damian G. So come out there, let's shoot promos, let's be silly, let's watch AEW wrestling on the projector, and stare very intently over Mike Beltran's shoulder as he watches NXT on his laptop. If you can't make it out, freeplayinc.com/savethearcade. That's our link where you can access our Patreon, buy shirts, swag, merchandise like this, get gift cards. There are plenty of ways to help that don't involve coming out to the arcade, though that's the most direct. Congrats to Nicole Goodnight, who sent me a picture. She's got her hoodie. Thank you for that support. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's do VGM Wednesday. Time to get this weirdo off the camera.
Mike, did you have news for today? Any birthdays?
Of course.
Oh.
I've got a little bit of news here.
I guess I had the wrong scene.
You have some news.
No, you can leave
Guy's
that.
always gonna be.
Yeah, leave that there.
Okay.
Leave Boat Guy there. Matter of fact, may I submit a request for an enhancement for the Boat Guy profile?
Enhancement?
Just a small one. Just a small one.
Hmm.
But maybe add a Blast City on the upper deck up there.
There's already one in there, right?
Done.
No, there's one in there. It's in the.
Here's your picture, Mike.
Yeah, the Blast City's inside the boat. If you look, you see the
Inside
silhouette.
the boat. I did not see.
Oh wow, it's the spitting image of Mike Beltran.
Yeah. You didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. No, that dude's legit, man. That ref right there. Yeah, just one of those. Kind of tossed one of them bad boys in there.
See if I can get one at an angle that would be funny. Or work. But not good. Like birthdays, because I know you had Damien's. What was it, yesterday?
Yes.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Chris. Thought we were good. I thought we were gonna make it.
What's in the news, Mike?
Well, Chris, I've got some pleasant news right here to start off with. This is kind of.
Whoa! What did you do to Mike?
What? Nothing happened.
No
to me.
bad news,
the
Mike?
show with pleasant news this entire time. Thank you for the host, Lauren.
Yeah.
So the just kind of the lead for me, kind of personally a little bit, but and for some of us here that are wrestling fans, but alas, Chris, we finally have an AEW video game coming soon. Not one,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
not one, but 3 video games coming soon. Yes.
Whoa.
The main one of note is they are indeed, yes, after rumors and speculation. The rumors are true. They are teaming up with the producer and directors of the WWF No Mercy N64 game, one of the greatest wrestling games of all time, to create the AEW video game.
So what you're telling me is the AEW wrestling video game is going to be released on the N64 exclusively.
No.
Oh.
Hey, if games can still be released on the Wii somehow,
Hey, they're
sure
being
we
released
can
on the
still-
NES, so yeah, I don't see why not.
I mean, of course they are, but no.
I'm sure Tommy would be excited.
Yes, Tommy. But yes, Chris, the announcement came yesterday evening. There's no, of course, word on release date or anything like that, but you know, the Twitters, the tweets, and the live streams of AEW wrestling did provide a couple of screenshots, and they had a nice presentation video that was very. I think you would have liked this, Chris. Steve Jobs as they presented their video games yesterday. So very Apple style of them. It was quite fun. From what
Can I pull it up?
I mean, you can if you want to pull up a couple of screenshots of it, and probably them in their what do you call it? Their attire, you know. But yeah, the video itself is like 20 minutes long. There it is.
Ooh,
Ukes.
Ukes too.
Tiger.
Yeah,
Ukes.
Ukes.
The ones on PS2, I think, that I like playing, or PS1.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
well-
Chris Jericho's lost some weight in that.
He did.
Yeah,
Man.
see? I mean, he's still got the love handles, but he seems to have brought him down a little bit.
Yeah, brought him down a little bit. Yeah.
Gosh.
But yeah, that's the there's your video game right there.
When are we getting the Mike B DLC?
Oh my gosh! Now
That's a
I'm
good
pretty
point.
sure
We need
they'll
a
have.
referee in there.
I'm pretty sure they will have the create a character and all that cool stuff in it, like video games of the
An
past.
optional Mavericks hat.
Nice.
We can have a VGM Wednesday where it's just create a Mike B.
Yes.
You know what? For the longest time, when I haven't streamed in a while either, but when I was wanting to do more, like especially on the weekends, I wanted to do like an old wrestling video game, right, where you can do creative characters, and they usually have story modes and stuff, right, where
Yeah,
you go
they
through
do.
like a season,
Hmm.
and you can kind of just have that be played by the computer. I thought it'd be hilarious to do like just people that I know or people that are like in my group of friends, and then just have have it play
Just once a
the
week.
season or
Once a week,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, just once a week, so that you just like
Get Mike on to commentate.
and then yeah, make your own entrances and everything.
Mm-hmm. But yes,
Hilarious. But there's no like recent game that at least on the PC that's like any good to do that on, unfortunately.
Well, hopefully AEW on the N64 delivers.
you know, somebody might even port it to N64, so why not, right?
Hmm.
But yes, that will be out soon at some point. I'm ready for that to come out. So they also have like a mobile game coming out, and something similar
Oh, here's
to
the Steve Jobs.
yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Nice.
that's it, man. There you go.
Please tell
So,
me you
yeah,
throw
it-
someone through a table later.
Well, nothing quite like that happened, but yeah, no, it was the whole presentation was like 20 minutes long. So it was pretty good. And it wasn't just Kenny Omega, you know, a couple other wrestlers. They got,
Pants.
yeah, man. It's so
It's a
good.
nice sweater.
Yeah, a nice sweater, you know, especially for this time of year, you know. But yeah, they'll have something like similar to like kind of like a what they say, like a they'll have like a general manager type game also coming out, and something similar to gosh,
General
what was it?
manager game.
Yeah,
They got
something
like
like
a, what is it?
So you can be a
Fantasy baseball wrestling the
Yeah.
game?
something like that, something along those lines, from what I recall. But yeah, you know, 2 other games. So
I want that game.
you want that one? You don't want that one.
That's the mobile version available for your,
That's the
flip,
mobile
for your flip phone only.
Yeah, flip phone only.
They're bringing back flip phones. I saw a commercial yesterday for a new Galaxy that's a flip phone. So flip phones are coming back.
As well as I think the Razor.
Yeah, I wanted that
Come
actually.
back, yeah.
I got the Razor late, like way after it was popular. I felt dumb. Whoa, what's going on?
They're doing this Steve Jobs.
What? Okay.
The phone? Here you go. Phone. Oh, it is a general manager one.
Oh, and it is a mobile
Okay.
game.
Oh,
Yes.
ew.
You know,
AEW.
Mobile
Gotcha.
games are fun.
Said no one ever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think there's one. There should be one other one somewhere along in there after that one.
N64 game.
If it's Pac-Man, of course it's a great phone game.
Everyone's coming out in the Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's
So
adorable.
good.
Actually.
It's so good. So good.
Oh, she's a
Oh,
dentist.
she's a dentist lady. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, did you know she's a dentist?
I did know, and if
Oh.
you didn't know, she will tell you she
Oh.
is a dentist.
Well, as long as you know, Mike.
Yes. But she will tell you. If you did not know.
So she'll knock your teeth out and then fix it for you the next day.
There's so many more. Hold on.
Yeah, it just keeps going.
Oh, but the turtleneck covers up that tattoo.
It's fine.
That
I mean,
great
you gotta
tattoo.
be professional sometimes, you know. Yeah, be professional sometimes. The pants, dude. I gotta give me some pants. Like
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Looks down. Wait a minute.
Pants in general.
Yeah.
Let's do it with a game. I know you guys can't hear what's happening, but
It's fine.
let's see. Is this the other game?
Oh, it's all good.
You said four
An
games?
Epic Club?
Just 3.
3. Oh.
Yeah.
Casino? Oh, it's gonna be.
It's gonna be a gotcha game.
No, it's gonna be an actual, like. What do you call it? Yeah, like a casino game. Like an electronic, I don't know, slot machine, maybe?
Poker. AEW poker.
Get it? Because double or nothing? Yeah, let's see what.
Well, this
Is
is
this the
weird.
game, Mike?
Yeah, this is their third game.
Like, what do you get him making him a casino game for?
You know, some people like to gamble.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gotcha. It's basically AEW gotcha. Sounds fun.
I like how they made their own, like, a studio.
Resident Evil
Where-
1 remake? Resident Evil 2. Gotcha.
Mm.
I knew it was
There's
Resident
gonna be a
Evil.
lot of
Oh, yeah, of
Resident
course.
Evils.
We're fighting viruses today.
There's
So-
the
Yeah.
there's the director for No Mercy right there.
Fighting
Okay.
gambling debt.
Yes. What's his professional wrestling name? I forget.
That's the
Oh.
guy from WWF No Mercy. He's that guy. So
Gotcha.
they said his name a while ago. But yeah,
Shane
there's that
Taylor,
guy.
right? Just kidding.
True. But yeah, man,
Awesome.
there you go. That's the lead right there. We can touch on a couple of others real quick here. Tiger
Can
Lily.
you use Beltron Bucks in that casino game?
Tiger Lily.
Can we win?
The story is for you.
Yay! I'm ready.
Are
This
you
is
ready?
What I want. I want to
am.
get somebody to be like the free play Beltran Bucks bookie and put like Beltran Bucks
Nelson.
Bucks odds on like Sunday and stuff like that.
Yes.
And then we can all like get
Oh.
our 4-to-1 odds on whomever, only betting Beltran Bucks.
I like this idea.
I actually floated that one past management and got the approval, but it's too much for me to do by myself. So
Like the guy from Bloodsport that's just taking
that's
placing
right.
the
That's
bets
right.
in the crowd.
Yeah,
That guy?
Just
Like, put up your
yells.
dukes?
Mhm.
Oh, just
I know who you're talking about, Mike.
Yeah, just the guy in the background that's taking care of the bets.
Waving
That guy.
Monopoly money at him. Hey!
Yeah. Oh my god. But alas, Tiger Lily,
Yeah.
we have a cookbook
What?
announcement for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The people have asked, and now Mountain Dew has answered.
Oh my god.
How does
Have
my
you-
Can we get the
music
new
grow so
sounder
close?
for this? We need the sounder
I
for
don't
this.
know if that's available so quickly. Oh, there it is.
Oh my god. In celebration of the iconic soda's upcoming 80th birthday. Man, I did not know it was around that long. Spam call. Pepsi Company has decided to unleash a cookbook upon the masses. Oh, got tangled up in my own cords here. Featuring recipes that use the quintessential soda as an ingredient in some shape, way, or form. Better yet, the company teases that there may be some cameos from other Pepsi co-owned brands like Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Better yet, all recipes included in the cookbook are fan-made and fan-inspired.
My mouth is drooling at this moment. I'm gonna get that, and I'm gonna go to Taco Bell and get many gallons of Baja Blast.
And Flamin' Hot Cheetos?
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably the first meal right there. That's
It's
called
a wrap.
1 a.m. It's called 1 a.m.
No other news matters today.
Oh my god.
That's it. That
The
is
cookbook titled The Big Bold Book of Mountain Dew Recipes is a limited edition affair and will be available only on the Dew Nation website beginning November 16th. Mark your calendars
That's next week.
as supplies last. The cover price for the book will be $30.
I never thought I would own a cookbook in my life. But...
Well, now you're about to. Let's see here. Let's go over a couple of categories, if you will, real quick.
Okay.
The first category. Let's see here, man. This is so Mountain Dew. The first category is badass breakfast.
Ooh.
The double S in badass is not spelled with S. Oh no, of course not. It's Mountain Dew.
Is it Z's?
They are spelled with $signs.
Oh. Of course.
Can whip up fluffy green short stacks and iconic green eggs and ham that are worth getting out of bed for. Dipping with Dew, Mountain Dew salsas and barbecue sauces will be the real MVP of any dish. Dew does dinner. Epic entries like Mountain Dew Code Red Brisket,
What?
Mountain Dew Livewire Brined Turkey. We'll have you calling for second.
The Code Red could work because it's sugary.
Yeah.
Satisfying sides with snacks like jalapeno poppers and Mountain Dew infused pickles. God. Oh my god. This is. Oh my god. I'm getting stoned as we speak right now.
I love
Every one
pickles.
of these stories
I
is a
love
Mad
Mountain
Libs that
Dew.
you read, I swear.
This is amazing.
That's
like-
this cookbook is a war crime.
No one's
right.
ready. I'm gonna make those, and I'm gonna bring them to free play.
Oh
one
my
day.
god. Let's see here. Dang good desserts.
Ooh.
If you thought you loved desserts before, wait until you try the Mountain Dew cherry and cranberry pomegranate fruit cake. Oh my god. And then last but not least, this might be something for free play maybe, Chris, but Liquid Legends. Discover a twist on classic cocktails and bold new creations like Mountain Dew slushies and electric lemonade.
Yeah, I'm sure Corey's gonna be all about this.
Yes, absolutely. That will have
Yeah.
you chilling out and slurping up. So, man. All right, this is on you, Tiger Lily. You got to get this book. So.
I'm on it.
Yep, she's
I love this.
already got the pre-order.
Alright. Make all this and bring it to free play and
Oh my god.
see how that goes. This may make me actually want to cook.
I'm telling you.
You make me want to stop eating forever.
Man, I'm telling you, man, like, I'm just reading some of these things just took me right back to 1998 and I was getting heavily baked and needed something to eat. right there, man. That's what I needed right there.
And your only
Oh, yeah.
ingredient was Mountain
Absolutely.
Dew. Yeah.
It's Mountain Dew and Cheetos. That's it, man. At Willow's house. That was it. That's all we had. But the last
I have some food news really quick.
Oh. What do you got?
Food news. Go for it.
It is lunchtime-ish.
It is.
I
Yeah,
am
it is.
subscribed to the Pizza Hut newsletter thing.
What? You should
I
have
do
had me
get-
play the breaking news sounder before you said that.
Oh yeah, hold on.
So I do get emails from them every day. And I came across this one yesterday. It was a surprise.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I need my coupons, okay?
Content.
I need my deals. Anyway, I did not know they were doing this, but everyone's jumping on the plant-based thing. Apparently, they're coming out with a Beyond Meat pizza, plant-based protein with a taste that's beyond belief. It's funny. It actually looks good, but it kind of breaks my heart at the same time. I'm sorry.
Why?
I don't.
Are pizzas like one of the best vegetarian things you can?
That's
get?
what's
Like,
funny
just a
about. That's what's
cheese
funny about
pizza
it.
already?
Well,
I mean,
vegans
not
don't eat cheese.
vegan. Yeah, not vegan.
Oh, no.
And that's
vegetarian.
kind of what this is, right?
Yeah,
It's mostly for vegans.
yeah, because this is like, if they still want their meat, they'll have it, but it'll be plant-based. So Pizza Hut's coming out with their own plant-based meat pizza.
Oh, you already
And-
put the Blast City on the boat. That's so good.
Ham
Oh, yeah.
pizza.
That's so good. Ah, that's good. Oh man.
Beyond Italian sausage.
Well,
I
Let me
might
touch
actually try this.
I think you should.
It'll be the end of the world, but I'll actually try it.
Yeah, I'll try a slice.
Make sure to
Yeah.
have a heart doctor close.
Yeah,
Cardiologist right there.
I know.
I'll try a slice. Well, let me touch on a couple more things, and then we'll get on to some birthdays here. But Chris, Saturday night, I was at home watching AEW wrestling, and then after that, the ending of Notre Dame football where they beat Clemson in overtime, which was
Ooh.
good because that delayed the start of Saturday Night Live.
It did.
And alas, it was worth the wait because they had their highest ratings in 3.5 years for the show.
Must have
That's
been
Dave.
Dave Chappelle related then.
It had, yeah,
Yep.
of course.
Yep.
Dave Chappelle was the host, and they killed it in the ratings Saturday night. So there you go. So shout out to SNL. Let's see here. That episode brought in 9.1 million total viewers, an average of 2.6 rating among adults 18 to 49 via Variety. That is the highest rated episode in SNL in 3.5 years. The last one to do that much was Melissa McCarthy's May 2017 episode with musical guest Haim. So Foo Fighters, of
where
course,
that
were
was.
the musical guest on this one as well.
They perform new music.
They did.
Ooh.
They did, and it was nice.
And times like these, like with a really cool new opening.
Yes. It was rather impressive because it surpassed the one that Eddie Murphy was on in 2019 that hit 10 million. So there you go. Or 2 million surpassed the Melissa McCarthy one. So
Well,
good.
if
Very-
they really want
very
a ratings boost, they get our favorite celebrity DJ up there.
Right?
hmm You could be both
well-
the host and the musical guest.
uh-huh.
Get another free play alum there.
Uh-huh.
Who's a part of Foo Fighters, which is Josh Featherstone.
Oh, yeah,
Nice.
yeah, get his band out there.
Me and
Go
Josh
on again.
Featherstone out there. There you go. Hey man, what's up? What's going on here? What are we doing?
Wait, would you dress up as like Pat Smear?
Yeah,
Van?
yeah,
If
sure.
like
If only he knew what that meant.
I know what it means. I know what that is. But well, Chris, let me get to some. Speaking of celebrities, let's get to some real celebrities here, as we celebrate some pretty cool birthdays today.
Mm.
Because-
wrong picture.
Last Chris, we have turning 58 and still looks great. Actress Demi Moore
Ooh.
turns 58 today. Yes, 58.
Wow.
Wasn't she in the? She was in that group of actors from like the '80s that they had a nickname for, right? With Emilio
Brat Pack.
Estevez. Was that what it was?
Brat Pack.
Yeah. There you
Yep.
go.
Yep.
That's Mrs. Bruce Willis.
Formerly.
Formerly, yes.
Yeah.
This might be a
And
joke.
formerly Mrs. Ashton Kutcher.
There is a.
So what me and Lauren are trying to say, Mike, is there's still a chance for you.
Yeah, hey, man.
Look at her in Ghost. Look at that haircut.
Hey, yeah, the short hair.
What the hell?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Let's see. This might be a joke
Oh
for.
my god.
There you go, Mike.
Um,
That's the face they make after you tell them that the date's at McDonald's.
No, that's tears of joy right
Uh-huh.
there. Tears of joy. But
It's just at the McRib coming back.
yeah, man. There you go. This might be a joke for 3 people, but actress
Well,
Kalissa
three-
Flockhart turns 56.
Flockhart.
She was in Ally McBeal. If you remember that show from back then, which I did not get really. So, man, there's so many ways we could go with this one, but I'll just say the name. But actor Leonardo Dicaprio turns 46 today.
Oof.
46.
Growing pains.
Oof. Oh, Leo.
You okay over there?
Leo.
Are you okay over there, Tiger Lily?
Yeah.
Calm down.
God.
Worked up
Yeah,
again.
he was great in Gilbert Grape.
He was. And in Critters 2, that really weird movie. But he stole my heart in Romeo and Juliet, though.
All right.
Okay, I'm
I
done.
forgot that was him.
Do you have a? Do you need more time? Do you need a moment over there? You good?
I need some water.
Oh my God. Okay.
Well, how old are you? You might be too old for him already.
Nice.
Oh man,
Tiger Lily? 23, I believe.
gosh.
Oh,
That's right. Let's see here,
how-
Chris.
Good.
Jim Peterick of Survivor is 70.
What?
Show's still going?
Huh?
Are we talking?
What season was he in?
Yeah.
No. The
Huh?
rock singer of the group Survivor, Eye of the Tiger.
You weren't specific enough.
Oh,
Mhm.
Yes.
he has pink hair.
Whoa.
Purple hair.
Pop singer musician Paul Coswell of the Coswells is 69.
Nice. Very nice.
Nice.
Let's see here. Let's keep going.
Imagine a spell console.
Let me come back over here to this one real quick. I think there was one more I had. Oh yeah, I do. I do have a couple more here. Here we go. Golfer Fuzzy Zeller, Chris, is also 69.
Very nice.
Fuzzy's
Also,
69.
Mike's moral leader.
No. Musician John
Would you
Batiste
like to take him out to, I don't know, Popeye someday?
is 34. No, sorry. I'll pass on that one.
Yeah, it's all- okay, you're
No.
good. You're good.
Pass on that one. Pass on that one. We're good on that. But let's see here. Is that it? Yeah, that was it. That's all I got for today.
I have a birthday, Mike.
Oh, what do you have?
Well, not many from the community group, so we're gonna have to go outside the community group to what I believe to be the most famous Chris Delp of all time.
Huh.
Definitely not me. It's now Christy Bornman. But back when she was the head cheerleader of UCLA not too long ago, she was Chris Delp. So, happy birthday to her. I believe
Did
she
you
is
look this up by
23 today.
Google?
What's
When we were
that?
searching our names on Google, did you find that?
No, actually, I'm friends with most of the Chris Delps on Facebook, or at least I was 10 years
Oh my gosh, there's a cult of Chris Delps.
There is a group of Chris Delps, actually.
I've got
That's awesome.
got a couple of anniversaries for you, Chris. Man, I can't believe I forgot about this one. But releasing on this date in 1988, Chris.
Uh-huh.
Ernest Saves Christmas.
Oh,
Wow.
Maybe
wow.
the greatest Christmas movie that's not Die Hard. Or
Uh-huh.
Rocky IV.
Give me Ernest Goes to Camp. That was mine right there.
Ernest Scared Stupid. Love that one.
That was mine.
You don't like Ernest Goes to Jail when he turns into Magneto?
I've actually haven't seen any other ones except Scared Stupid. Surprisingly.
Let's see here. Ian, this is for you right here.
Alright.
Top 5 songs on this date in 1984, which was a very good one. Now this is on this date, okay? So the charts always move daily and weekly and all that stuff. So,
So on
Mhm.
11/11/84.
We're still in the 80s.
yes. But number 1, Caribbean Queen by Billy Ocean. Number 2, I Just Called to Say I Love You by Stevie Wonder. Number 3,
It is.
Purple Rain by Prince.
Yes.
Ah.
Ooh.
Number 4, Wake Me Up Before You Go by Wham.
Oh.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
It's a good
And then-
year.
Mhm.
And then number
day.
5, number 5, I Feel For You by Shaka Khan.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, wow.
Fun.
That's a good one.
Mhm. Let's see here.
I kind of need to go listen to Caribbean Queen now. I haven't heard that in forever.
Let's see here. Oh,
Solid top 5 there.
yeah.
Mhm.
Now this was one from yesterday that I did not get to in time, but released on this date in 1989. I kind of need Noun for this one. I'm pretty sure he's seen it. Withers, probably you too. But Best of the Best. Yes, man. Yes. Oh, why don't they do movies like that anymore?
Terrible actors
Funny
in
enough.
that one. Didn't they have a game
Mhm.
version
Never
of that too? Sorry,
Yeah, I've never seen the game. I've never seen the movie. I've only ever rented and played the game because the game has a make a character or fighter mode, and like you can give them whatever moves. You can pick and choose your moves, which was kind of awesome.
And also yesterday,
Yes.
releasing on this date yesterday in 1984, Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Here we go. That's the best.
Oh my god. I met the actor
Yes.
once actually when they
From
played
Best of
it
the
at
Best.
no their Silent Night Deadly Night, they had
Oh.
a screening of it at Alamo Draft House a couple
Alright.
years ago. Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, they had a screening, and afterwards, of course, I had a Q&A with the main guy, and I brought my double feature DVD for him to sign, of course,
Mhm.
and I got a picture with him. He was super, super humble. I love that movie. Oh, that's awesome. And it's almost Christmas time, so I gotta bust it out.
Double feature with Ernest Saves Christmas?
Yes. That a wholesome movie and a not so wholesome movie. That's all what the holidays are all about.
Well, lass, I will go ahead and depart here.
Don't die. We're fighting a
No, no, no,
virus. Good
No,
lord.
no.
He's got to work on the new. He's got to work on the new single
No.
and
no,
go referee.
That's true.
No.
That's true.
And trim the
Keep
beard.
everybody safe. All combatants in your best of the best competition, Mike.
Jeez. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. Oh man. Is this one of my songs? I forgot what I did. I think it is.
No, this is Tiger Lilies.
Ah,
Yeah.
Smash
Yeah.
Bros. Yeah, Fever.
It's
By Smash Bros.
Dr. Mario. theme.
Dr. Mario.
Dr. Mario.
okay. Anyways. Well, anyhow, yes, I will see you good people later tonight. I'm gonna go meet up with Varghese and Raj Sharma. We'll see what kind of shape I'm in later.
All right. Be careful out there.
Yeah.
We know how
Yeah.
hard Paul goes in normal times.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's got some stress to work out too. It could be an all timer.
Nah, he's good. We're good on that. Oh man. Okay. See you people later.
Bye, Mike.
Bye.
That was MMA referee and pop star Michael Beltran.
Oh my god.
Joining us from Mount Beltran.
European pop star.
You can catch him on the news
European.
every day here at noon.
He's been faking an American accent this whole time.
Shut up. God.
Yeah, he gets it all wrong though. He claims he's from Oak Cliff.
I am from Oak Cliff.
He's
Not
a
from
phone.
Europe.
He's a phony.
Doesn't sound
Oak
like
Cliff,
any Oak
Netherlands.
Cliff accent I have ever heard.
So there's another Oak Cliff in Europe, I guess.
Apparently.
There is, yes.
Yeah.
It's on the northern side of Wales. Jeez.
Yeah. Oak Cliff accents like Mike Reiner,
Yeah.
Needle Nose Ned from
Tom
Groundhog
Jones.
Day.
Uh-huh.
Tom
Yeah.
Jones.
Man. Wow. Okay, bye.
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 See him.
Say hello to Uno for us.
This is
Well.
a much more.
Oh,
epic
I was hoping you make Josh. What's her name?
yeah.
That angle goes so well too with that.
Oh yeah. Get the ear over here.
I don't know if I've ever played a Resident Evil game. I might have been
Oh.
an arcade.
Never played a Resident
Once.
Evil game, and your affinity for horror?
You
How
know
is this
my thing. You
possible?
know my thing's House of the Dead. I've always preferred House of the Dead over.
But you haven't
Resident
played
Evil.
Resident Evil. You just told me.
No, I think I was saying I think I have like once in an arcade, but like a Dave and Buster's years ago.
There's a Resident Evil arcade game? That's
I
not
think
worth
that's
it.
what
That's
it was.
weird.
Resident Evil is not to be played in an arcade unless
Maybe-
we
I
go
swear-
on
I swear
Wallpage
that's what it
somehow, in
was.
which case I gotta toe the company line. But get
Maybe
that
it was
thing
a
on,
house. Maybe it was a House of the Dead. I don't remember.
There's so many good console versions to play. It's an incredible game.
If I wanted to get
RE4
in,
was my
if I
first
wanted to
real
get
one.
into it, which would you recommend that I play first?
You know what?
Oh,
That's
the
a question
remakes.
for Boat Guy. Boat Guy, you
Oh yeah, boat guy.
Boat guy, help
Re-
me out.
remake. Okay, that's
Oh,
the GameCube one. Is that what you're saying? Boat Guy?
A PS4 actually.
PS4.
Hey, I know Dylan Chatterton from Rizone's stream. Hey, Dylan. GameCube and updated for modern consoles and PC.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. Maybe I'll
Dylan
maybe
was,
I'll stream it. Maybe I'll stream a first time playthrough.
Dylan needs to know who you are.
Nice.
This is the princess of the Delta Ray, Tiger Lily 92.
What?
Dylan also, I believe, donated some on Saturday. So thank you, Dylan.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, we raised over $2,000 for Cook Children's.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and post the link. Mod as well.
Oh, it should.
Y'all did a good job. Y'all did a very good job.
Yeah, there you
Danny
go.
was
There's-
great too.
There's your link. I'll get you
Yeah.
an updated total, including the late night free play Fort Worth total that I put in cash. That's $2,329. So
Oh, from the honeypot, right?
yeah, we're
Honey pot.
tantalizingly close to our overall goal of $2,500, but $2,300 is nothing to be ashamed of.
Oh no. It's still
No.
really good.
Mm-hmm.
For the one night, there's a lot. And plus, it was like a fun night to come back to
Hmm.
the old stuff we did. Like when we played Jeopardy, it was fun.
I miss playing that so much
Yeah,
with you guys.
Yeah.
old shenanigans.
Yeah, so the freebies
Old
honeypot had
shenanigans.
$173.76 in it. 1 penny and a bunch of quarters.
1
Wow.
penny. All right.
I'm going to step away for a few minutes. Camber's going to be in here around the top of the hour to do Games of Your Life. So
Okay.
I want to take a break while I can. I'll be right back.
All right.
Alright.
Gotcha.
Well, if anyone
All
else
right. Now
wants
that the boss is gone, we can do whatever we want.
Alright, put
Alright.
Friday the 13th on. Go ahead.
No, I'll mess up the 55. I didn't want to do that.
That's true.
Like I was about to
I'm
tell
pretty
people,
good.
do not add any more. because you'll ruin the number.
I do have to say we did get some new people adding to the playlist, so that's new. I don't know who Food is.
I need to
I don't think it's-
I need a sub to Rezones because he has the 55 emote. I need that really badly.
Oh yeah.
I need it.
And thanks to Riz and Makudo for jumping in also on Saturday.
Can I ask this? Because I only know about it through free play. That what exactly is the deal of 55?
55 is the average time, right? In on my music is low. It'll have to be on Chris's end because I don't think I can turn it up on mine. 55 is the average time. Most common.
Oh, the most
time
common.
in,
Okay.
Street Fighter.
You know that does make sense. Because after I heard about it and everyone was all like going bananas over the number 55 and ST, and I'm like, okay, what's so great about that? And after a while, I'm like, oh, I see. It's like that for some reason everyone winds up finishing a match at that exact time. So it's kind of interesting and cool. But no, I guess I should have figured that's what where the origin came from.
I always thought it was just like a thing that all the ST players did. Like I always saw people put up their hands 55. I'm like, okay, 55.
It's an urban myth that has grown to its own thing. Check the lore, yes.
Yeah, check the lore.
Now we see 55. Yeah, I've finished a few matches in my lifetime of ST, which is like a year, with 55. So that's really interesting. It's a conspiracy theory.
It's like the number, was it 23? What was that?
Oh, that
That
weird
Jim
movie
Carrey
with
was
Jim
in?
Carrey.
Yeah.
I remember watching that movie. That was like the first Jim Carrey serious type movie. It was so weird to watch because we're used to his comedy, and and then watching that, it was really bizarre. Like I know he's done, like after a while, I have seen his other dramas. Like I've seen Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. That was really good.
That's a good one. Yeah.
It made me sad, but it's really good. But this was like my first one that I saw way before that, and I'm like, okay, he's trying to do horror. Interesting, and it did make me think a lot about the number 23, honestly, after that movie came out. And then I started watching reviews and stuff, but a lot of people didn't like it. I'm like, I thought it was okay.
I mean, people also didn't like Cable Guy, but then that became a cult classic. Like there are rabid fans of the Cable Guy. Heck,
Isn't that I know I've seen a little bit of that movie, but don't people refer to it as also like a scary movie or something?
Yeah, dark comedy.
Oh yeah. That's what it is. I do love dark comedies.
We do have a picture of Josh with the Cable Guy. Hold on, let me see if I can pull that
Oh
up.
my god, yes.
Where did we go?
That sounds like a dog barking.
It's which one is this? Dr. Mario. Oh, Tetris
And Tetris.
Oh, it's a Mike one.
Oh hey,
How
Mike,
appropriate
you're so
that Mike's
excited.
picture shows up first in the Josh
I'm gonna
Window
message
picture.
him and see if he comes back.
Where's the here? Is this the one? There we go. There's Cable Guy stuff.
Let me see. Oh, that one.
What did I come back to?
That's talking about Jim Carrey movies.
Jim Carrey movies.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh knows him from the second story window.
So that's where that's from.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Oh, Billy.
I don't think I've seen Cable Guy all the way through. I've seen several sequences
I
from
haven't.
it. Like I've seen the
I
fight
saw
at
it-
medieval times.
Yeah.
Is this one also? Was this the same thing? Is this also from Mike?
Yes.
Yeah, I messaged him like, "Hey, your songs are on." See if he comes rushing back in here.
We'll
It's
just quickly
creepy.
skip
It's
that.
creepy. What would you say is your favorite Jim Carrey movie? And that's a loaded question too.
Ace Ventura: Pet Detective.
Ooh. Did you
Yeah,
like the
as
sequel?
much as-
Not anywhere near as much as Pet
Mhm.
Detective.
Liar Liar's a
Liar
good
Liar
one.
is also good.
That's really good.
The elevator scene, I can't stop saying that remark towards some friends who won't hit me for saying that remark, but
Wait, free
Yeah.
cake? There was free cake yesterday. Where? No one told me about free cake.
I like cake.
Dumb and Dumb. Mine would probably have to be The Mask.
Like a glove. Yeah, I don't know. So as dumb as Ace Ventura is, I watched that a bunch as a kid, and as an adult, there's like stuff that's funnier about it than like the crying scene, I guess.
Oh, that.
Yeah, but still, the funniest scene that always gets me is when he jumps into a boat. He just pulls out the fan, puts it in the water. It's like, okay, that's cool, and then he just goes like 2 seconds to like the other side that he completely could have just like walked. He didn't have to say anything. That's still funny and hilarious to me.
One of his,
Dude,
like,
do it, Jerry.
I
Send
can
it
get a
over.
photo.
Send it over to Discord, actually.
Wearing the light-up glasses for West. One that I
Oh, yeah,
appreciated
this
a
is
lot
good.
more later, one of his more modern movies, was Yes Man. I actually liked that one a lot.
Enjoyed Truman Show and what Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Eternal Sunshine is really good.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say that, but like that wouldn't be true to my heart without, because like the first thing I think of Jim Carrey is that one scene.
Tell about. Oh, I know which one. Oh god.
The boat scene.
Oh no, I'm thinking
The
of.
boat scene.
I'm thinking of that
I
other
guess
one, the rhino.
That's from 2.
Yeah,
2 is
that
also
one.
kind of funny. Shikaka, Bumblebee Tuna. I was meditating. I didn't get it as a kid, and then as a teen I got it. One, he gets speared in the leg, it's in the bone, and then he's got freaking hilarious. It's in the bone.
I loved him as Dr. Robotnik.
I haven't seen that one yet.
I saw 99% of that with Orange Crush 14. In fact, why don't you come on into the voice chat and we can talk Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Just
I
pure
thought it
coincidence.
was decent. It wasn't the worst. Could have been worse if they kept the original design.
I mean, everything about that movie looked like it was going to be the worst.
Yeah, but it surprised me a lot. And of course, I didn't like the whole. What was it? The weird ad plug-in they kept putting in there. Was it Olive Garden? I think. I don't remember. They're like they just kept bringing up some restaurant. It was Olive Garden or Red Lobster.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's something. But
that was
they like brought it up every.
that was
so
in
often.
a part of 2020 in which we had movie theaters, and that feels
Yeah.
like 8 lifetimes ago.
Yeah, that wasn't the last time I went to the movies, but that was like the last time before disaster.
Here's
The
to hoping
chat's
in the
requesting
next few
less
months.
loud music.
Oh, I can't control this Fred button. We're gonna have to turn down.
I did not realize. Sorry about that.
It's all good. This song is kind of loud. What is this one? Resident Evil 5. RE5? Which one was 5? Oh, the one where they were in the action adventure one. I think the one that Josh defends, right? Yeah, there you go. RE5. Controversial.
Oh, I was gonna say, what's the
Good
worst
co-op battles,
Resident Evil game? Would it be that one? Like regarded as the worst
6
Resident
is
Evil
not
game.
good. I don't even remember what 6 is. 4 is what kind of got me into it because I've always known.
Yeah, I heard 6 was pretty bad.
There's some spin-off games there too.
Oh, like 0.
Resident
Oh.
Evil puzzle game, Puzzle Fighter Resident Evil.
You know, Zero was a beatdown. Golly.
I never
Walking.
got into it because I didn't have a game. Was it GameCube only, right?
Yes, and like it came out right after the remake, which was excellent, and Bokai just recommended it as the best ever, or at least the one to get into. And yeah, just the conceit of like, well, you don't have the magical containers that'll ship your items everywhere, so you're just needlessly farming items across the entire map. It's such a waste of time.
Can I be Jill?
No,
Yeah,
not in that
God.
game. Oh, in this picture.
Yeah, there's we have an RE1, an RE. Where did RE2 go? We have RE1, RE2, and 4. Josh
where's
requested
Camber
a
working
4.
this?
Oh, Camber, do you want to be an RE4? Do you have a Resident Evil cosplay?
Yeah, she's in there. She's on mute right now.
Oh, the virus. The RE1.
Val in the movies. I only watched the first 2.
The movies barely. I don't know if any of them have to do with the game at all. Maybe they were the original
I
Mansion.
mean,
or something?
honestly, even the first one didn't seem like it had anything to do with the game, but it actually was really good. Well, the music was really good in it.
I like Mila Jovovich.
Yeah. She kept coming back for every single movie. I'm like, why has that franchise not died yet? And then it died eventually. Yeah, I've only seen the first one, and then this. I know I've seen the second one. Kind of Nemesis shows up in that towards the end or something. And after that, I just didn't care anymore.
I think I may have had the most fun with Resident Evil 3 on the PlayStation. Like, I played through that game a ton, including Mercenaries mode. Okay, that's actually Mercenaries mode on Resident Evil 5, because Resident Evil 5 was not a great game. And then I got to the Mercenaries mode and played that one into infinity with Sarah. Just absolutely loved going through the stage again and again and again.
It did have a really good multiplayer. Remember?
Yeah, and you had to complete the entire trudge of a game to get there. All the
That sucks.
hunting down of all the Africans in the jungle is very disturbing.
I think Jerry just took that picture.
Right in front of a green screen too.
Yep.
So
It works.
makes it easier.
The
to
hair
use
looks
it.
great, Jerry.
Quite a quaff. COVID quaff. Coif.
Poof.
Did it select? Okay.
I added like the whole House of the Dead 2 soundtrack to this. I'm like, no one else will do it. I'll do it. It's my favorite.
And oddly, no Friday the 13th.
Don't remind me, especially what week this is.
Hello,
Hey.
Camber.
Camber! Hi.
It worked.
Were you able to get Fred Boat turned down?
Yeah, and I had to go dig and find a random headphone that had a speaker in it, or a mic or whatever, so I could try to maybe not hear everybody else.
Yeah, you sound great,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, sounds good.
So,
All right, so
huzzah.
we were talking, for some reason, Sonic the Hedgehog movie. That was the last.
Love it. So good.
Thank you, someone else agrees.
Did you see the ending?
Oh, no, I mean, I still don't know how it ended,
Yeah,
but, you
how
know,
did it end?
it was good. The
What?
parts I saw.
What? What do you mean?
Yeah, Camber and I saw it together. It was actually the last movie that I saw with somebody. I saw Bill and Ted by myself at Alamo Richardson the week that
That
it
Mike
was open.
still hasn't seen.
Of course. But yeah, I caught Sonic the Hedgehog with Camber, except they had a projection issue right
Oh no!
right at the ultimate moment. So whenever Dr.
Wow.
Robotnik was possibly defeated,
Yeah.
can't tell you for sure because we didn't see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was when it went down. Went totally black. We could still hear
I
it.
hope you got your money back.
We got a voucher to see another movie at Alamo Draft House.
Oh.
We're
wow.
holding our breath
Yes,
right
and
now.
then Corona hit
Oh,
and
no.
immediately never got to use it. But I do still have them. So at some point we will go back and watch another
So
movie.
officially, Sonic the Hedgehog has cursed you guys.
Yes.
Yeah,
it
for
truly
sure.
was.
So,
Dang.
but I thought it was great. I love Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik. I thought that was
He was
like that helped make the
awesome.
movie because I just love him in general. So
It like
it was just
when I found
it
out
was
the
solid.
casting, I thought the casting was a little weird. Because honestly, I could not think of who could play that character or how he was going to ultimately look.
Jerry.
And
Jerry.
of course, Jim Carrey is amazing, so I'm like, I have the utmost faith. Jerry, yes. And then the movie came, I'm like, wow, he blew me away.
Yeah, they did good work on that movie, and I'm excited to see an upcoming sequel to it because
So that
I
means
think
you didn't see the after credits scene, I guess.
Oh, we did see that. They
you did.
restored-
we did
Okay.
see that.
Yeah, they
Okay.
restored. We just missed what happened at the end. Just the important part.
It's just one
Yeah,
giant
it
blurred,
came-
and all of a sudden,
Yeah, it came back
credits.
up like right when like the credits started rolling, so it was like we could just hear like action noises and like punches and
So you can hear
exciting
audio,
music.
You just couldn't hear, or you just couldn't see it. You just heard
yeah, we just couldn't
stuff.
see it. Yeah. So I was
make
like,
up
oh
in
man,
your head what
I
happened.
feel like some epic stuff is going down right now in the
That's
background
right.
that I can't see.
Perhaps some explosions. There's rings involved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's all we knew. We are thankful to be joined by Camber today. That's Orange Crush 14. She is the purveyor of Cause Free Play. Thank you for doing that. I know it's been light as you've been busy working every small town in Texas, it seems.
Yeah, for real. I've been living in trailers and moving around a lot, and it's been kind of exciting. I have a wasp problem in my own room at my
Oh,
house, so I haven't even been
no.
sleeping in my own house
Oh, wow.
because
That's scary.
I have like a colony of yellow jackets living in my room. I'm currently recording from here in my room as I just swept up a bunch of dead wasps before I got on. So hopefully if I just flee screaming in the middle of this, it's
My
because
God.
the room is full of wasps.
Trauma. Holy cow. All right.
We don't
Well,
have video.
thank
They had
you
that problem in
for-
South Lake too, I think.
Yeah, thank you for joining us through all the hardship. I had no idea. Thought you would just
Potential
be
danger.
joining
Yeah,
us
it's
from
been
the
been good
Crumb
times.
Automotive and Library that Tiger Lily works at.
Too much noise there.
Good grief. All right. Well, you do Cause Free Play. You've won Ladies Night Star Trek. I don't know. You dressed up as Claw, do cosplay all the time. You were Ono in our Acon presentation. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So a million reasons.
Yeah,
to-
that was fun.
I would love to do it again. That was actually, as much as everybody hated on that Acon, because you were there dressed as Ono, and we had a Japanese arcade and just basically played games together the entire
Y'all
time.
made it better, actually. Y'all definitely made it better because their arcade has never been the best. Like that was one of my least favorite arcades to go to, like for a con, because I've been going to that since 2010.
Uh-huh.
But knowing that y'all were there and y'all brought actual cabs and versus cities and stuff, y'all made it 10 times better.
Yeah.
So thank you.
that was legit one of my favorite con experiences of all time. And large part was actually due to Camber being there to play with at all times, and also like it was cool being in the Japanese arcade with Ono. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, it was such a weird experience for me because that was my first ever Acon, and literally
I'm
every
sorry.
person I saw
I'm
and I
really
told
sorry.
that to were like, oh no, don't worry, Acon's usually better than this.
It
Oh, we're
really
so
is.
sorry that this is your first experience. Oh gosh. And I was like, oh,
What happened?
it's fine. Like I've been to worse things in my life probably.
They had it at Fair Park.
Yes.
Because they
Oh.
couldn't afford Fort Worth anymore because it was only Fort Worth for 2 years, and that was actually it was a drive, but I loved the location it was at. It was actually really nice because I've never spent so much time in Fort Worth. But yeah,
Wasn't it at Fair Park before? I
No.
vaguely remember it being
No.
at Fair Park.
No,
or...
nope.
Huh.
Yeah. it was-
Yeah, then they had to pick Fair Park because I was like, the only
And it was
place
like
that would offer.
so hot.
Yeah, it
So
was
hot.
bad. And then we had a bad storm come in, and it kept us in one of the buildings for a while. It was, oh god.
Well, but there was also a lot of outdoor because you had to go between buildings, so we were
Yep.
in one
Yep.
building.
Yeah, so you were like
That-
forced to traverse in like 100-degree
Mhm.
weather in
Yeah.
costume
Exactly.
between
Mhm.
buildings and try to like stuff into the air conditioner to not, sweat to death.
Yeah, just
Yep.
So, and I was in a relatively light costume, so
Yeah, all the revealing pasty white poison ivy cosplay garden just baking out in the sun. I felt so
I saw
bad
a
for
lot
them.
of my friends had a
Yeah.
good idea, especially my guy friends just wore. None of them didn't wear shirts. I'm like, I wish we can do that, but we can't.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
it was a bad day to be uncovered and outdoors for sure, or a bad weekend. But we
Yeah.
were just fine in the arcade playing games the whole time.
Oh yeah, I stayed in there for a long time.
yeah, I think we played like 5-6 hours of Killer Queen straight.
Pretty
What
much.
it seemed like, at least.
Yeah. Really some of my favorite memories right there. Would do it again in a heartbeat if we could. We have Camber here for our
Eventually.
eventually. We have her here for our Games of Your Life segment. We did it with Danny Gallagher during the 24-hour stream this Saturday most recently. But basically it's a survey of questions, like an internet survey you'd see virally passed along. They do this on KTCK The Ticket, and they do it about music there. Well, we kind of co-opted it, and we do it about arcade games. And Camber, don't feel like you have to answer arcade games for everything. If a console game or another game is more paramount in your mind, then feel free. It's just most on point if we do it with arcade games. But I understand for some people,
Yeah, of course.
Michael Beltran, every answer would be Pac-Man. So diversity of answers is more interesting. Let's
Yeah.
just get right into it.
Yeah, I spent a little bit of time trying to figure out good answers, so we'll see.
Well, as long as they're your answers, then they're good answers. Because we do this with everybody, so. Trust me, the game that you hate is probably someone else's game that they love, and vice versa. Like, we've already seen quite a bit of diversity.
Oh, I can 100% guarantee it.
Yeah. All right. Let's do that. We start with the negative stuff so that we can move into the positive territory, but right into the controversy. What is the arcade game that you hate, Camber?
I don't even know if it's like specifically one game, but I feel like categories of games. So, like, obviously, I'm notorious for saying that I hate fighting games.
Yes.
Oh man.
So, we're just gonna start that off real bad right off the bat.
Oof.
Fighting
Yeah.
games are just awful.
I remember. You did say that, of course, and I knew that. I was aware of that. And I remember people were like, well, pointing me back to you again and again, because I do like having women as commentators, like pointing at you specifically, like, let's do Tuesday Night Fights and have Camber. She's in Arlington. Have Camber be the commentator. It's like, that's a horrible position to put this woman in.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like I just sit there and be like, oh, their outfits are cool. Oh, I really like the music playing on this stage. Oh, that background's super nice. That's artistic. Because I don't know what's going on in the actual foreground of any fighting game ever.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Which
And I think it's I don't want to say I hate fighting games on like the premise of fighting games as much as it's just like a game that's super repetitive that doesn't have like a final goal in mind. It's just like it's like playing Call of Duty or Overwatch or anything Fortnite, I don't know, things that people play. And while I do enjoy playing those things, I played Overwatch for like 2 years straight.
Yes.
It reaches a point eventually where it's like I feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over again and I feel like in fighting games, like old style fighting games, this is also me coming as an idiot who doesn't play fighting games. There's like fewer options. Now there's probably a ton of options, I just don't know how to articulate between like the 6 buttons and the joystick. But in my mind, to just be like kick, punch, and just do that for like 15 games in a tournament, I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah,
I'm bored.
I got you. Yeah, no, it's You seem to like objective-based games as it is. You want to beat the game, even when you play pinball. It's that way, right?
Yeah, always. I'm always like looking towards like a finish line, to use a race reference. And so like, yeah, things where you're just doing the same thing over and over again, or there's not like a goal. I mean, I guess the goal in mind is to beat your opponent, but I also prefer co-op games versus, 1v1 type things anyway. So I just find I just get drowned out in the repetition, and I'm not good enough at the games, and I'm not really interested at this point in my life in investing the time to become good at them. So I'd rather just mock them incessantly.
Well, so you are a racer. Do you invest a lot of time in that, or do you let that kind of lapse as well?
I mean,
because you're good at it. Clearly, I see you on the medal stand on social media all the time.
Yeah, so it's like we race just stinking all the time. I think next year we have like 30 to 40 weekends already blocked out for just racing. Between our own series we put on and other series we're going to be racing in. So I race all the time, but I don't like when I'm not at a race racing, I'm not like out practicing to get better, because I don't have time for that. Like, I have the time to race on the weekends. I don't really have time to practice racing during the week because I'm working a job and sewing cosplays and doing 1,000 other things. So it's like I could put more time into it, but I feel like I already invest so many weekends into racing. So I feel like I do just so much racing.
I love that you're like the racing equivalent of the Japanese Street Fighter player who says, "Oh, I just play in the arcade." Like what do you use to practice? Just play in the arcade. Like you just go out and race in competition.
That's really
where you practice. In between checkered flags and green
exactly.
flags.
Yeah, that's the best time to get good at is when you're surrounded by other people who are a little bit better than you and you're trying to catch up to them and improve that way. I think you can improve better with competition than you can by yourself anyway.
All right, well, we got off to a hot start. All fighting games are the arcade game that you hate.
Oof. Oh.
But wait, I had a second category of games that were also in my hate.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Let's
get
some more
offend
in there.
another
Bonus
large group of
stage.
people?
But we have plenty of large groups to offend. Fire away.
So I will say I also do not enjoy playing the majority of space-themed games. All of your, like, asteroids and your Space Invaders, and really anything where you're, like, flying a ship in the vacuum of space and things are just, like, shooting things at you. Pretty much don't enjoy any of those either, for the similar reason of I feel like you're just doing the same thing over and over again, but it gets progressively harder to a point where you're like, there's more death on the screen than you, and
So it's
they're all
like a
very
background
similar, and they're all very
issue.
hard. I'm very hard at that. Like, I just suck at all of them.
Gotcha. Yeah, the space shoot 'em ups. I go in phases when it comes to those games. I guess I'm the world record holder at King and Balloon, which is one of those games, but it's not a game I go back
I don't
to.
dislike King and Balloons. That's the thing. I say majority because I don't mind a good King and Balloons game. I love Star Trek Strategic Operations Simulator. It's one of my favorites. And I don't really have like a good justification for why I like that one and I hate all the other ones. I guess I've just decided that was going to be the one I was going to care about, and I was just going to toss the rest in the garbage.
It sounds like it's more genre-based than actual space theme, because shoot-'em-ups are progressing, like starting with Space Invaders and moving on and on and on. Galaga and even on to what Ikarugi, and do you know some good modern examples, Ian?
Of space games?
Yeah, the shoot-'em-ups
any of like specifically they're all in arcades, like the Star Wars ones that I can think of. The new Rogue Squadron that came out recently, like that's a big one that everyone's been playing. Anything in like VR nowadays?
Wait, shoot-'em-ups?
Oh, shoot-'em-ups. I thought you just meant like space
I'm talking
games
like
in
top-down
general.
shooters, because that seems to be the commonality of what she's talking about.
They might not be in space anymore. There's like a bunch of indie game ones. Like one was called, the last one I remember playing was the one called Jamestown. Dang it, Sky Cruiser.
Sky Cursor.
Technically.
Yeah. How'd you feel about Sky Cursor?
Cursor,
I'm
yeah.
sure you played it.
I've played it like once and it was a struggle.
Yeah. Sounds like...
I'm also thinking of like the one that has like a black background. Really anything that has a solid black background, those can all just go die. But the one and you like spin around in a circle and you're like on a spider web looking thing.
Oh, Black Widow?
Yeah, like ones like that. I just feel like I just bad at all of those. All of those kind
It's
of
the
things.
vector one, isn't it?
Yes,
is that
that's
what
a-
it's called?
that's a
Vector
graphics.
one. That's a good way to put it too. Yeah,
Yeah.
all of those just a struggle.
Mhm.
So,
You
but I
don't-
feel,
you
I
don't
feel
hate all
like
vector
that's not
games, though.
necessarily based on the game isn't bad. It's just I am bad. So therefore, I don't enjoy playing it.
I understand. All right, well, let's court even more controversy. What's the arcade game that you think is overrated?
Ooh.
See, I struggled on this one because I was like, I don't know. I feel like I don't want to say like Street Fighter and then like get banished off of this podcast show for the rest of my life.
Gonna go ahead and mute Camber's microphone right here.
If you do
But
it within
I couldn't really
55
think of, like-
seconds-
Yeah, I was struggling to find like any specific one singular game.
By the way, Super
But I'm-
Turbo
'cause
has
I don't-
been
I mean-
answered here before, so I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
worried about you offending.
Yeah,
anyone.
but I mean, like, I feel like I feel that about like Street Fighter, but I also don't. And I was thinking like, oh, what about all the ones that like, oh, your Centipedes and your Pac-Mans and your Galagas? But I don't really feel like those are overrated because they're just classics.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I'm not sure I have a great answer other than just all the ones that I don't like.
Right. Well, I mean, you did toss about
That's not the same category.
750 games into your games that you hate, so we could just pick one of those.
Yeah,
All right.
but it's like I don't know. So I'm bad at that one.
No worries, no worries. All right, well, let's try this one. What's the arcade game that you think is underappreciated?
I almost feel like you could guess what my answer is going to be.
Do you want me to guess?
But my answer is going to be Blueprint.
Yeah, I would have guessed Blueprint.
Yeah, Blueprint is. I will forever just hold such a special place in my heart as being, like, one of the most ridiculous arcade games I've ever played. But I really enjoyed playing it.
Mhm.
I feel like some of the other really ridiculous ones, I find that they fall into the other categories of stuff I don't really enjoy. But for some reason, Blueprint just really grabbed me. Mostly because I still don't fully understand it. I still feel like there's sections of it that I don't know what I'm doing, and I feel like I'm doing it wrong. But
Yeah.
just so good.
I don't fully grasp Blueprint either. I spent some time playing it because I believe it was on the original Summer Nights contest to play Blueprint, as well as some other obscure games. So I learned it a bit, enough to construct the machine to save my girlfriend one time. And then that was pretty much it. It is an insane game. I don't even know what genre to put it in. Have you guys played it?
Yeah, I feel like it's. I know that's what I was gonna say because it's kind of puzzly, and then it's also just like Pac-Man style, where you're
Yeah.
like almost running away from the ghost and the maze.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but it was also it was also one of the first arcade games that I got the high score on for the high score Facebook group, and then of course it was immediately taken over by my arch nemesis, and of course I could never come back and beat him again. So,
Dylan,
but
so
still.
isn't it
everybody's arch nemesis.
Yes,
everyone's
Dylan.
arch nemesis?
Everyone's,
game.
yes.
Yeah.
All right.
He's my puzzle game arch nemesis, so I'll let him slide on every other category.
All right. So the arcade game you think is underappreciated is Blueprint. We still gotta
Yeah, and I
take a day and sneak
I
you
also
into the lab to play it.
yes, play again, absolutely. And I did also kind of throw Strategic Operations Simulator into this category. I don't really know if it's underappreciated. I just feel like people don't talk about it that much. But
Not at all.
I really like it, so I'm chunking that in there too. People
you
should
guys
play that. Really,
played the
I have
Star
like
Trek game?
1,000 games on this list. I could probably go in there.
Yeah, this is actually that's your wheelhouse. Like you enjoy the underappreciated, the ones that people aren't playing.
Yeah, I feel like I guess I gravitate towards those because, for one, nobody's playing them, so you don't have to wait in line to play them. And two, because no one's playing them, you can earn like the daily high score super duper easily because no one else has set one yet, and then you can feel a little bit good about yourself that you beat no one else.
Except for you, Defender. Except for you. Never beat that Dr. J score. Camber, what is the
Yeah, that's
arcade
the-
game that you love?
I feel like this could be an excessively long list, but I will tone it down to like my core pinball favorite, and then my core regular game favorite. I don't know. So of course, Total Nuclear Annihilation takes everything in
Yes.
pinball.
Mhm.
It is the greatest. I love it so much. I swear, maybe 2021 is the year that I finally cosplay as Scarlet on the back glass. It's a dream, but I love Totes Nuke. It's so simple. So the music is so good. I listen to it all the time, just when I'm hanging out at my house. Makes me want to go play. But I feel like it's just good. It's good, solid pinball. I highly recommend.
Yeah, no, it taught me everything I knew about pinball, basically. Total Nuclear Annihilation, great pinball table for sure. Great art also. What about arcade game? Or you said you had a video game on that list as well.
Yeah. I'll put Dragon's Lair. I guess specifically 2 as my other like main arcade. I feel like that's the which I know there's another category on this list of the game that made you love arcades. So I'll go ahead and just throw it out there that's Dragon's Lair 2 as well. That was when Arlington first opened, and we went there. My brother is a big high score getter, so we went 4 days on the first week it was open, and he was out there trying to set high scores and do all this stuff, and I'm like, well, I'm not skilled enough at arcade games to earn high scores, and also I didn't really know many arcade games other than like your Pac-Mans and your Galagas. So when I stumbled across Dragon's Lair 2, I was like, I don't even know what this is. I'm gonna stare at this game until I figure out how to play it, and then I'm gonna play it literally every time I come here until I beat it, because it's a game with a solid ending. It has a finish line. It has a goal at the end. And so it was a game that I felt like was achievable for me. And I literally had to play it for like so long to finally beat it. But I felt like it was a very achievable game, and it was enjoyable, and it was like panic inducing, because people would be watching from behind and be like, I've never seen anyone make it this far in this game, and like stressing me out, and I'm just like smashing the sword button and just like crying. It was just so great. Like, I feel like that was like the true like arcade atmosphere that I imagine the arcade used to have back in its high time, like 30 years ago, 40, I don't know however long ago. And so I felt like that was like my first real experience of being in like a true arcade and having people like crowd around you and cheer you on trying to beat something.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful game too. Dragon's Lair and Dragon's Lair 2, all those Laserdisc Don Bluth games, and that one was late. I think that was 1990 or something like that. Super rare. In fact, not even on the floor now. Sorry. But that was the first time I became aware of you. I knew about Cross just from setting racing game records and little records here and there, and also like we had a tryout for a reality show. Not a tryout, but I send emails. I remember being confronted with an email from, I can't remember if it was Cross or Jess, but it was about Jess. And they're like, do you know these people? They're in the community group. And I'm like, I've heard of them. They make high scores, but that's all I know. And then the legend started to grow of there's one person who can actually beat Dragon's Lair 2 in Arlington, and it's a teenage girl that Jason Palmer's trying to hit on. So, surprise.
Drag.
Accurate. Story of my life.
Let's see. So, Dragon's Lair 2, that's the game that made you fall in love with arcades. Thankful to Dragon's Lair 2 for that.
Yeah, it definitely. If it wasn't for Dragon's Lair 2, who knows how much if I would care about free play at all. It definitely did it for me.
Hopefully you like us somewhat so that you can stick around. Yeah.
Dragon's Lair, the original, is out at Fort Worth, so it helps.
Yeah, we do our best. Camber, what is the arcade game you can play over and over again? It's not your style, actually.
Yeah, it's really not. So I kind of just settled on like pinball and things that have like an achievable goal. And I know me and you have talked about this a lot when it comes to pinball, but I'm not big on like looking at the score and knowing like, oh, this was a really good game because I got 10 billion points. It's more of like, did I do the thing I wanted to do. So like, Pirates of the Caribbean, it's can I get it onto the ship and play around on the ship a little bit, or get it into the maelstrom. On Total Nuclear, it's can I defeat the reactor or the second reactor. Man, I was so close to defeating the second reactor the other day. Such a struggle. So it's like,
You'll get that extra ball eventually.
All these games, like, I've never gotten a multi-ball on. It's like, I've never, gotten a multi-ball on Medieval Madness or something, so I'm going to focus on that today and try to figure out where the multi-ball is. And then once I get it, I feel accomplished, and I can walk away and find a new challenge on a different one and try again. And I've realized that a lot now that we own a pinball table at our house with Hot Wheels, is, I want to be able to beat the race, so I'm going to play consistently and really try to focus on the race, or I want to try to get, this car over here, so I'm going to really focus on that. So I feel like pinball has so many goals you can choose from, especially each game being wholly different. So you can really decide, like, okay, I'm going to focus on one thing until I accomplish it, and then I can, like, pat myself on the back and walk away and feel like I did good, feel like I accomplished it.
That actually is the way I feel about pinball as well. And if I ever get to feeling too stressed out by some sort of lack of accomplishment, that's my cue that it's time to walk away from pinball for a little while. Like, if it's not, if getting the multi-ball and the super jackpot and like 3 different missions is not enough for me for that moment, then I'm playing the wrong game, because it is a game of little victories.
Yeah, and I feel like you have much loftier goals when it comes to pinball. Like, I want to beat Wizard Mode. Like, man, if I could just get onto that ship one time before I lose all 3 balls, what an accomplishment.
Right. Just launch
it pays off to be really bad sometimes.
No, you're not wrong, actually. Like, it's whenever I first start a game and I have those kind of very, very menial goals, it's a special time. It determines whether I'm going to stick the game out or not. If I enjoy, say, throwing a fireball in a fighting game, that's it. Let's see what's next on the list. We already did the game that made you fall in love with arcades. What is the arcade game that changed your life?
I feel like this question is really weighted. I was like, oh gosh, I feel like there hasn't been any arcade game. And I was like, am I going to try to come up with a way to fit? Well, but then I realized what it was, and I was like, of course. How could I ever forget? Obviously, the game that changed my life was Dance Dance Revolution.
There you go.
My whole life is defined by DDR. Like, straight that spawned like all my love of rhythm games, and having good rhythm in general. I feel like I owe almost all of my musical skill to the 10 zillion hours I've dedicated to DDR and the like. So I feel like I have metal mats at my house hooked up to an old TV so I can play every day all the time. I love playing now that it's out at free play. If I am ever at any arcade, I like bring spare tennis shoes with me to all arcades so I can stick them on real fast and play a few rounds of DDR. So I just feel like there's something, maybe it's just like super nostalgic because I've played it literally my entire life, but it's like the one video game that I can say I'm actually skilled at because I've put so much effort and time into it. But like, yeah, I just feel like it's like a defining game for me. That's like the one thing when I introduce myself to someone, it's like, oh hi, my name is Camber and I'm really good at DDR. You want to watch me play? It's real fun.
Do you play doubles? Do you play how do you play that game? Do you play for score? Do you play to put on a show?
A little bit of both. I mean, there's some songs where I'll play them on maybe an easier level because it's just more enjoyable. I'm not a big fan of like the tap dancing DDR, like the people who go for competition.
Yeah.
And I guess it doesn't even look enjoyable because you're just like flailing your feet. And every once in a while, I will play songs like that, and me and Cross will do it side by side, and we'll just be laughing the whole time because we can just tell we look like idiots
Right.
as we're just struggling. But I enjoy, since I've played for song, I have like such a long repertoire now of songs that I know, almost by memory, and I know exactly what level I like to play them on, and exactly, I have like dance moves for my arms while I'm doing it because I'm just like getting into it.
Yeah, that's my favorite type of at least observing DDR.
Yeah, like I'm that kind of person, so I definitely I put on a show for myself at least while I'm playing. But having like the ones at the house, they all have some sort of challenge mode on them, like Dance Master mode or Street Master mode, whatever they're all called on the different ones. And so you do get to have like those weird challenges where it's like, oh, the arrows are coming from the other direction, or oh, they disappear halfway up and you have to do all these like weird missions. And those are really enjoyable because that was like the first time I ever, my brother ever conceded that I was better at a game than him was in DDR.
Nice.
Because I'm just slightly more like dexterous than he is because I'm so much smaller. And so playing all those challenge modes and for him to like come to me as a 12-year-old and be like, I can't beat this level, Camber, you're gonna have to come in and beat it for me. And I'm like, ha ha ha, how the tables have turned.
Camber, did you before we go any further, did you want to be in any of our Resident Evil VGM Wednesday pictures? Seeing lots
I was
of
gonna ask if I can have your
Oh,
permission.
Sure, I don't care.
Would you rather be standing next to Jeremy or Josh?
Oh no, I feel like that's a weighted question.
no
Would
one's
you rather
judging
be in
you,
RE2 or
especially
4?
Jeremy, who's in the audience.
I don't
Would you
care.
like
You
to
can
look
make that.
more low
You can make that
polygon,
decision for me.
or... Okay. Do you have permission to just look through your Facebook for a picture?
Sure. There's probably at least one decent picture of my face on there somewhere. It's probably mostly in costume though.
Yeah.
I'll have nice weird hair and
what's your
weird makeup.
Instagram, since that's where you put all the cosplay pictures?
Oh, my cosplay Instagram is Kairi Celeste, which nobody knows how to spell. It's KAIRICELESTE for the one person in the audience who wants to write that down.
I already have it in my memory, I believe.
Yeah. Someone can type it into somewhere. I got out of the Twitch because I felt like it was slowing down my internet.
KAIRICELESTE, correct?
Yeah.
Got it. Cool. All right.
Yeah, just put like vowels everywhere. That's how you know it's right.
I put it on
50
screen.
vowels. Yeah, so I have tons of pictures of my face all over there, and none of them are me because they're all in costume. Super great.
Let's see, where were we here? The game that changed your life was DDR. What about the arcade game that surprised you?
I think I'll have to go with a Killer Queen, because I feel like when I first played it, I thought it was really. So I'm not a very good platformer. I've never been a big like Mario fan or any of those. I'm just really bad at jumping and landing on platforms. Just not my strong suit in video games. And so I kind of went into it like, oh, it's basically just a platformer with like more chaos. And there's just no way I'll be any. Like, I'm just not going to be good at that, so I don't really see it. And it was a co-op game, so in my mind, I was trying to convince myself I would like it, because I love co-op, but I went back and forth on it a lot, and then when we played it for like 5 to 6 hours straight at A-Kon, I really started to like develop a interest in it, and really start enjoying playing it. It kind of has that pinball quality where there's, multiple goals going on at the same time, and you can kind of choose what you're gonna do, and it's also got that like Dungeons and Dragons party theme to it, where you've got to like have a wide variety of skills to all like mesh together to make it all work out. So you choosing your berries or choosing your warriors and whatnot. And even though I'm still not like the greatest at it, I mean, like I can run berries like nobody's business, but I can't do anything else. Very bad at warrioring and flying, and I definitely don't ever want to be the queen. But I enjoy the like community aspect of it. If you can get a good, even if you're like not stomping your opponents, but if you can have a good group of 5 that's really having a good time, then I feel like you can justify it being really enjoyable to do.
One of my favorite parts about Killer Queen is, especially on the casual level, is how easily and yet meaningful the noob player can be. Like, so many people are intimidated just because a game is being played, and they don't want to play any game that they've never heard of or seen, and so they're scared away or they're intimidated. and you talk them into it, and literally you just have them riding the snail and holding right on the joystick, and you need them. Like, if they don't doggedly go and ride the snail and get killed and jump back on and ride the snail again and again and again until they finally make it to the gate, like, you don't win. And then everybody just explodes in applause whenever, you know, the person who's literally just holding right on the joystick makes it all the way, and that's a new player. I don't know. That's a special experience, and I don't know a game that does it quite like Killer Queen.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I feel like you can, it's a game where you can have like a couple of skilled players and a few not so skilled players, and you can still mesh the group in a way that like the people who are more skilled can play to that strength, and the people who are less skilled can play to that weakness, strength. But yeah, I feel like you can form a good team out of not necessarily all great players, which is a good way to introduce people into a game, is by saying, you don't have to be that good, I promise.
And you can have completely compelling and engrossing games, like, as a good player, with players on your team that have literally never played the game before, on both sides. It's really fantastic in that way.
Yeah, I agree.
Camber, what is the arcade game that is your guilty pleasure? Did we lose her? It's that guilty.
Uh-oh.
It took her off the air.
Can't say it.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. You were. I was just waiting for your voice to stop echoing weirdly. It's every once in a while, I definitely
did
lose out on what y'all are saying.
Guilty? I'm just imagining it. Camber, what's the arcade game that is your guilty? What's your guilty pleasure?
Definitely rhythm games, and especially now that free play is expanding into more and more rhythm games, it's been really exciting to get to play ones I had never experienced before. I feel like rhythm games are games that I can feel satisfied playing, even if I don't do really great, or if I fail, because every time I play, I'm just like, I'm gonna pick the hardest looking song on the hardest level. I've never even played this game before. It's gonna be a great idea, and I just smash my hands against whatever buttons or screen or whatever it is. So I feel like the one at Fort Worth, that's like the little squares in a grid that you push on Jubeat.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I've been really enjoying that one. And then the washing machine at Arlington.
I don't know the name of that one, but
fun.
It does look like a washing machine. It's uncanny.
It's a straight up washing machine.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one's enjoyable. And I feel like rhythm games are also something that even the ones that I've never played before, like I haven't invested the time in them like I have with DDR, because I have invested so much time in other rhythm games. I have like a vague one-up on rhythm games, I feel like, and so I know I can just hop into one and figure it out pretty quickly and be like mid-pack. You know, I can play like whatever the middle to upper middle, difficulty is and do pretty decent. And then, train myself at it over time. But I find if I've, been struggling at a pinball game, or I can't get to the next section on Dragon's Lair, I'll just hop over to whatever the rhythm game is there and play a few rounds of it and just jam out to music in a language I can't understand, and it's great.
I love that moment in every rhythm game where you don't get it, you don't know the song, and then suddenly you do get it. Like the rhythm snaps into place, and then you're no longer just playing the game. It's like you're playing air guitar or you're drumming on the desk. Like it's just that moment where you're hitting the buttons exactly when you want to hit the buttons because it's in rhythm with the song.
Yeah.
And you're just lost in it. I love it.
Yeah, I definitely vibe with that. It's I don't know if there's I'm sure there's a whole category of people out there that would put rhythm games into their hatred category, and I say to them, they're wrong. You just haven't found the one yet that you really like. I think rhythm games all might be one category, but there might still be at least one out there that you can find that plays to your strengths.
Yeah, I can't play DDR like I used to. I used to play it all the time. I also had a metal pad, and it was in my room, and I would play hours a day. I just physically can't anymore. I mean, I can give you 3 good songs, and then that's it.
Yeah.
But
But it's like there's rhythm games like like Patapon, where it's not just a rhythm game, it's also a fighting game, or it has something else going. I feel like or you had like the like WarioWare Twisted style games on like the Game Boy that were like mini games, but they had rhythm elements to them, and so I feel like there's a lot more than just like DDR and Guitar Hero. Like you can find something that like Guitar Hero never was like far surpasses me in Guitar Hero 100%, but I'm at the point where I'm surpassing him in DDR, so I think it's just you'll find something that's in your wheelhouse.
I hear you there. Camber, what is the arcade game that you should have played by now?
I never came up with one for this because I feel like since I am one to play all the weird underappreciated games, I do tend to play almost all of them at least once. There's a ton that I've literally only played once and then walked away and went, nah, never again. That's not my jam. But I feel like I tend to always play all of them. I don't know, maybe like the original Tron, because I'm just such a bigger fan of discs of Tron that I like 100% always look over regular Tron. I'm not even sure I've really dedicated any time to it to try to figure it out. But I play it for like 3 seconds and I go, but nah, Discotron is right there and that game's real fun. So I just walk and play that instead.
Well, James Chen appreciates your choice as the arcade record holder of Discs of Tron, despite not even playing a full game. Let's see. Before we get to the last question, your Instagram is Kyrie Celeste. Is there any other like public things you want to plug or would like people to go to? Don't know if you need to. Maybe you can plug the racing series if you want to. It's just whatever you would like.
Yeah, I'll say that this weekend I will be participating in a 24-hour race, along with my partners, my sister-in-law, and my mom. We're forming an all-girls 24-hour race team.
Wow.
To compete alongside my brother and dad, and some other guys that are forming a team. But we will be driving off-road, like a off-road cross-country in the woods. I think there's also going to be jumps. I honestly don't know. But we're doing it in like regular cars. Like we went and bought just like, you have to buy like a car that's under a certain price and build a roll cage in it, and that's like the only rule.
Okay.
And then just survive for 24 hours. So we will be doing that this weekend.
That's awesome. Take care, all 5 of you.
It's good.
That's
I like how you get to basically
it's gonna be
do like the what is that show? The British car show.
Oh,
Top Gear.
Yeah, you get to do like fun Top Gear things. Buy a car, but make sure it's under this
I feel
price.
Yeah, a little bit. It does feel that way. But it was like just something that we just like stumbled upon, and then we were like calling all of our friends, like, hey, any of you have like a really cheap car you're willing to sell? Hey, what about you want to join our team? We're just like trying to gather people as fast as possible. So I think it's gonna be fun. I think it'll be exhausting. I think I'm gonna feel real dead after that, because that's like 8 hours a piece for the 3 of us, and like through the night, my mom can't see very well in the dark. So like, me and Jess will probably be driving a lot of the dark shift.
Yeah.
And not sleeping. So I think it'll be fun.
Take care. Take care. I will say, Ian, you haven't been to the
It's gonna like
Kirchmeier
set up
complex.
a air mattress on the side of the track. That'd be great.
Yeah. They that Kirchmeier house, it looks exactly like you would want the house of a family that races cars for a living to look.
Nice.
Literally a car suspended over the second floor. And let me tell you.
Wait, like,
Oh yeah?
just hanging there?
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Like,
Yeah, we built like a metal beam for it to sit on. It's like when you walk in the front door, it's like right above you, like suspended over the loft
yeah,
of
walls.
the second floor. It's
not
got our
so
racing
much.
simulator in it. No walls. We don't believe in walls. That's like money we could be spending on race cars.
And Rad, one of the two little girls in the house, her race car bed is legit.
An actual race car.
Yeah, it's a real car.
Yeah, and it's got a bed on one side and a driver's seat on the other side, with I believe an Xbox hooked up to it, so that Cross can
That's
actually
awesome.
play racing games while his daughter sleeps.
Yeah, we
So
have
you
like the
live, like, in-
arcade Initial D in there.
What was the name of that show? There's a show of he has like an arcade in his house, but he always had. Did he have a cool room too? Silver Spoons, the one who
Oh,
had like
yeah.
the train. Yeah.
That is a good 15 years before Camber's time, but that is the one that you're talking about.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't recognize.
Yeah.
I was thinking like Meet the Robinsons, the animated movie where they have like the crazy science house. I feel like we kind of feel that way.
Yeah, actually, with all the 3D printers, for sure.
Mhm.
Imagine Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. You have a breakfast like that, I guess. But that might be old as hell too. Sorry for.
I have
went the
seen that
other
one at
way.
least.
Oh, you've seen that one? Okay.
So yeah, I have seen Chitty Chitty Bang. Like it's been like a long like
I
15 years, but I have seen it.
I think that one holds up a little bit better than Silver Spoons, for sure. Except for the episode
Yeah.
with Mr. T, of course.
Scariest villain still in any movie for me. Child Catcher. Still creepy as fuck.
Time for our
Look at
last
how
question.
perfect this is.
Oh yeah, that matches in perfectly. We now know who to hire for Miguel's role in the Resident Evil 3 movie. Even though they've already done that one. Camber, last question. What is the greatest game to play live in an arcade? The one you can only
I'll
experience
definitely-
there.
Yeah, I'll definitely throw back to kind of already what I said before, but I'll definitely have to put it at Dragon's Lair too, since that was really the first game I got to play at the arcade that really felt like I was in an arcade, and getting to have conversation with other people about it. And like while I was learning to play it, I was learning it with another guy, so we would like trade off going back and forth, and so we could each see like one more progression, like next time it was a sword. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna play it, and I'll know it's a sword, and then I'll go one further. Oh, it was a left, and now he'll know. And we really like, it felt like, because I go into the arcade experience as I'm gonna play it as if I'm really at an arcade, which means I can't Google how any game works. I can't look up cheats for how anything. I can't do any of that. I want to play it with the knowledge in my mind and with the people who are also at the arcade who I can ask.
Just a
So
true
it's like
blind play
getting to- Yeah, exactly. So getting to play a game like that I had literally never seen before, didn't even know existed until I stepped foot in an arcade, and to be able to play it, have other people play alongside me, be able to impress random strangers, and eventually beat the game, have a nice heartfelt photo of me hugging the machine. Like, it's just so great. And now I own the game on my Wii, and I can play it all the time.
They have
and-
Dragon's Lair 2 on Wii?
Yeah, it
Excellent.
comes with Dragon's Lair 1, 2, and Space Ace,
Mhm.
all in like a game together, so I can practice my Dragon's Lair, so I can eventually beat that one too.
Awesome.
So I just feel like that was, and even like I went to an arcade in Canada, and they had Dragon's Lair 2 there, and I was like, what the heck? I'm gonna buy some tokens and play in this random arcade
Mhm.
in another country, and be able to play through Dragon's Lair and show off to my friend who was with me and be like, oh, I dedicated so many hours to this stupid game, and look, I can still do it. So it's like my parlor trick. I can't like, count. Yeah, I can't like say the alphabet backwards fast or anything, but like I can beat Dragon's Lair 2 if you'll give me the game.
Yeah, I can play a handful of games blindfolded, so that's my bar trick.
Yeah.
Show it to Adam. That's the way to get the most mileage out of your video game bar trick. Just show it to Adam, the bartender at Free Play Arlington. He always is a big fan of those. Well, thank you for joining us, Camber, especially on short notice. I didn't have anybody today, and you put it all together in an hour, and were able to appear on the air with us. So thank you so much for taking our Games of Your Life quiz.
No problem. Thanks for inviting me and letting me talk your ear off for an hour with my lovely, deep man voice over the air.
Whatever. You're one of my favorites, and you know it. Can't wait to see you out in the wild at the arcade again. Hopefully I can talk you into. Nope, you're racing for 24 hours. Hopefully, I can talk you into some Saturday out at Free Play Arlington, amongst your 10 that aren't accounted for by racing.
For real. Yeah, there's bound to be one weekend before this year is over that I'm not doing something. I say, we'll see.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. You're welcome to stay as long as you like, but I need to take a break, so I'm going to pass it off to Ian as he continues photoshopping everybody into the madness.
Yeah, I mean, I'm technically, like, at work right now. I just, like, took an hour break, so I gotta go back and pretend I have a real job.
Oh. No, I feel you. If you need to take off, you can take off. I can.
Yeah, I'm gonna run away and try to get junk done today
Yeah.
before all the racing.
Thanks for hopping on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Hopefully see everybody again at an arcade soon. And that's the whole point of this, or I guess today's theme, just because I saw news about potential, I don't know, something happening finally. First bit of news talking about some kind of vaccine. I was not going to do RE3 just because I wasn't thinking about it. I was going to do just all the low poly stuff, but Damien, just because you asked, man, I was like, all right, I got to find one that I guess you and Sarah can jump in on. And this one was perfect. Had 2 people in the cover. You're just not going to be low poly is all.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good, man. I mean, we're close to... I don't want to say we're close to done, but... This one was an easy-ish one. This... Well, you know what? I'll change the colors and stuff.
I'll always have to talk yourself into making it harder.
Right. So, I was going to ask, actually, was there... I don't know if Corey posted it, but today is Veterans Day, right?
Correct. Today's Veterans Day.
Was there a deal for free play?
I don't know. I also don't know.
I don't remember if Corey posted anything.
I will check. Only Free Play Richardson is open tonight.
Yeah.
So I do know that.
So they're still doing the Richardson for the weekend or weekdays, except for
Yes. Yeah. Thursday through Sunday, all locations are open, but Richardson is open 7 days a week. So not hard to figure out where I will be tonight. Be Wrestling Wednesday at Free Play Richardson.
And they're still doing the sandwiches now, right? There's like a deal.
Okay. Here's the
The
Veterans Day
sandwich
post.
deal.
I think. That definitely is the post. If Facebook would merely let me look at it. Wow. Facebook is one of the worst.
New Facebook, I am not a fan of.
It'll let me boost the
Some
post, but it won't let me
functions-
see the post. Great.
Some functions are still off on it.
All right, let's
Or
see.
it's slower. Not a fan.
It says today is Veterans Day. As always, on this day, we say thank you for those who have served. Any veteran or active duty member of the United States military plays for free at Free Play all day, no cost. Come explore the arcade lineup. One recent reviewer called mind-meltingly great. So any veterans
Nice.
get in for free. Just tell the bar.
I think we have a few.
Tiger Lily said there's a new Facebook. Yeah, they update their UI constantly, although they had a major upgrade. I want to put
Quote,
as many
unquote.
quotes as I can around that. A couple months ago, maybe? I don't know. Hard to tell time in 2020. But fairly recently, and it has chugged everything to a grinding halt. I had to switch to a classic view just to look at scheduled posts to see, did I indeed make the Wrestling Wednesday promo posts, or did I not?
Oh yeah, groups suck so much more now. I wasn't a fan of the layout the first time, but
The changing layouts are infuriating because I'm not an artist. You are, but I'm not. So if I'm like commissioning something to be the background or whatever, and that the parameters of it constantly change, then I have to keep going back to said artist. Like, I guess it's more work for artists, but like, I'm broke. Like, I can't just go like commission a new piece of art every time that they change their aspect ratio. Very frustrating.
What I'm assuming is that they're trying to make this so that it's friendly for both cell phone and web, so that when you pull it up on your cell phone, it kind of looks like what it looks like on the web. But this doesn't work.
Yeah.
There's too many, I don't know, buttons that I don't care about. Like this whole right side, I don't care about unless I pull something up, and it won't let me close it. So there's always something on the right side. It's rough.
For sure. Mission not accomplished.
Sorry, FB. Let's see.
How's our art progress going? Got Sarah and Damien.
Yeah, this might be the. Actually, you know what? We might. Hold on. We have one more thing. RE4, and I think what I'm gonna do is just make this Josh also. Or Mike.
Josh and Josh.
You know, Josh and Josh, or Josh and Mike.
I think one of Josh's female classmates is actually in the audience right now.
Is in the audience.
But
In
Josh and
Twitch,
Josh with himself.
I think
Sounds
Josh and Josh would be hilarious.
Hilarious.
Like if we just took Josh and then
then
put another Josh.
All Josh.
Or the easier thing would be Josh and a Mike B. Yeah, let's see what that looks like. Wait, let me finish this one up real quick. Which I think we should be able to do in a minute here. Let's change this. I'm kind of sorry I missed that on last Wednesday.
Oh, no worries.
And then we weren't able to do the thing on Saturday, but
You did not get a chance to do it on Saturday?
no, we were setting up too many of the other things in the morning, which I mean I should have thought about, which is fine.
Well, you certainly did plenty on Saturday. Thank you so much for your help.
Yeah, like I said, it was fun. It was like going back to old times. I was like half expecting to play, I don't know, SNK on
Oh, King of Fighters
on some
98?
Fightcade.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was tempted to jump into some ST while they were playing ST, but
Uh-huh.
that's when like Lego was producing, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna take a quick break and just chill for now, and let Lego do his thing.
Yeah, I was out at Free Play Fort Worth watching it up on the projector at the time. I was
Yeah.
so impressed by what you all were able to do. I did my couple of hours, but Danny and yourself and Lego really were the bulk of everything this year, and I'm just so thankful. Definitely was listening to and from Fort Worth, even though from Fort Worth was after 4 a.m., so I was listening to parts that had already been broadcast, but loved the live matching game for 2 hours.
Yeah, that was great.
And by the
That
way,
was fun.
I don't know if you are aware of this. You were in it. Brian, aka Lump Sum, was not at a Whataburger. He was at Free Play Fort Worth.
He was ordering something, and I think we were all thinking he was like in a drive-through.
Yeah, no, he was at Free Play Fort Worth, and that was all the loud sounds. Yeah. So, and then he, you may recall he missed
Check the lore,
a chance of setting the record for getting. Thank you for the follow, Maze Hobbs. He missed the potential record-setting all 6 matches in one
Oh, yeah.
singular question.
That was unfortunate.
Yes, it was triple unfortunate when he made his way to the bathroom later and we made fun of him.
Wait, what was? I forgot his answer.
I forgot his answer as well, but I do know what he did not use as his answer, and that was most of the subject of ridicule. I think it was something about arms. Said something along arms, detachable arms or something.
Oh yeah. His answer was like detachable arms, but I think everyone else went with something. I forget what everyone else went with.
Mm-hmm. It was a form of male contraceptive.
Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was so cool just to see everything happening. I was happy to be able to lend the free play away game studios to it, and thank you. Like it wouldn't have happened without you.
Yeah, we need to eventually, if Danny wants to do more of that kind of stuff, take over. Have him get a setup or something like that in his place as well.
Mm.
Let's see. I think we're done with this one. We just need to do either an extra Josh or a Mike B.
I haven't heard Mike's song this week either. How weird is
Oh,
it that we
it's-
don't have
I
Friday the 13th today?
That's weird, yeah. And this theme wasn't meant to not have a Friday the 13th in there. I was just waiting for the reason why.
Right.
Maybe somebody had a cold or something in the movie, or
I can think of just a proximity to Friday the 13th reason to have Friday the 13th as a song.
yeah, like you have to wear a mask just like Jason.
Mm-hmm. There you go. We're there for you, Tiger Lily.
Just throw it in there anyway. All right. Wait, are they blurry? I guess they're a little blurry too.
Bless you.
All right, and then we gotta do a Josh one real quick. This will be a quick-ish one anyway. Save. Oh, can't mess up that 55. That's true. I mean, this is so we didn't even talk about why this series. I mean, this is a virus that even has a name that everyone knows. This is a very popular series. I was trying to think of other games besides the first one. Of course, was like Mario.
Uh-huh.
I feel like there's other games like that in an arcade setting where you fight against a virus. Jerry was talking about Gradius had a virus that you had to fight.
Well, Life Force is much more so. Like, there's always a biological element to later levels of Gradius. Like,
Yeah.
it always starts off as a space shooter. For some reason, Easter Island heads work their way into it. And I remember in particular in Life Force, it was just like all kinds of proto-virus looking things flying at you. Some biological elements for sure.
Yeah. Always like in Contra, where all of a sudden everything becomes organic. Everything's like techie at first, and then all of a sudden everything's organic.
Is Boat Guy still here? Isn't he the Metal Gear aficionado? What is up with the sneezing in Metal Gear Solid 1?
Sneezing.
Are you familiar? Do you recall?
I'm not familiar.
You could give the guards that were pursuing you a cold, and it would sneeze. And there's one sequence where like you figure out who the missing guard is because they sneeze. But man, the voice acting on the sneeze was just laughable to the point to where like, are they intentionally, like, is this some sort of inside reference that I don't understand? He basically would just kind of yell, "Leakin!" Like that was it. That was his sneeze.
you had to make sure that you knew that it was a sneeze.
I guess.
Couldn't mistake it.
And yet, I had no idea that was supposed to be a sneeze the first time I played it. Like, why is he yelling Leakin?
Was it like Metal Gear 1?
Metal Gear Solid.
Did he have a
1,
way to...
Metal Gear Solid 1. Also,
Book
VR
guy
Missions,
answer.
which was based around the same art assets as Metal Gear Solid 1. If you played that one on the PS1.
Oh, I do remember that one. That's the one where you got to do a lot of, what's his name? The ninja.
Yes. That one just took all the gameplay assets. Like, Metal Gear Solid, the original one, was a shockingly deep game that doesn't require it to be a shockingly deep game. Like, you can strap C4 onto the back of a unsuspecting guard and have him go and meet other guards and then blow them all up together. That's something that you don't need to have or do, or like it's harder than like half the things that you do in the game. So why? But it's there. And then VR Missions was there to kind of highlight all the cool stuff that you could possibly do in Metal Gear Solid, and I really did appreciate that game.
It's sad. I think I bought it because I knew it was 2 discs. I'm like, okay. Worth it. It feels like you're going to get more for some reason. And that's one of the reasons why I bought Rival Schools. Rival Schools was 2 discs, but it didn't need to be. It was like 2 different kinds of Rival School games, I think. One is the arcade and one is home version or something. I forget what it was.
Weird. And now I don't want to switch discs for any reason at all.
Yeah.
Or even have a disc for that matter. Prefer non-physical
It's
media.
one
at
of
this
the
point.
editions. One of the editions of the PS5, right? Did that come out recently? I think
PS5?
people have been posting. Yeah, PS5 and
Xbox was. like a
Xbox
day
came
ago.
out.
The Xbox something series, I forget. I don't
I'm
know.
really not
Oddly, I'm out on this
to this
console
year's
cycle.
consoles.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I think my roommate has a Switch.
PC maybe.
Yeah, PC, I'm all aboard. In fact, I just got Phasmagory? What is this game?
Oh, Phasmophobia?
Phasmophobia. It has, there it
Yeah.
is. It has some VR elements to it. I got it to play with a friend of mine, so I'm all about the PC games at this point, which are the same games in most cases. But there's nothing to really make me want to get a console at this point. I mean, given that I play arcade games literally every single day of my life.
Yeah.
I do live a bizarre life. I realize that.
I do have to say, I don't know. There's just nothing. Maybe it's just like software. There's nothing on there that's like, okay, I need that game. That I can't wait for. It will eventually be on everything.
Well, the most important part for me is to be able to play it with you or any of my friends. And
Yeah.
as long as I have free play, that's just going to be the way it is. Even my VR, like, I haven't set it up in weeks, even though it's just sitting there in the corner, like right now with the red light on. I'm
Do
not
you
gonna
even
do it
have
without
time
that.
to play anything?
Not really.
That's the other thing too. I mean, you came home what time during the
I got
charity? Like,
4 o'clock, 4 a.m. I didn't get to sleep till around 5:30 a.m., I would say. And then I was
so
up at 10 a.m. walking
Danny
again.
left before you got home.
Yes, he was gone.
And Danny left at like 2 something. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Probably for the best, because honestly, if he was still there at 4, I would not have stopped the stream. I just kept on trucking.
He was thinking about that too. He was just like, should I just like wait and see if Chris comes by? It's like, no, we'll end it while we can.
Mhm.
Thank everybody. Play some marbles at the end.
Yeah, my initial thought was just that Danny do it from, say, 7 p.m. till 4 a.m. or however many hours he could get in there, and then I could take over from there and do the other 20.
Oof.
But I couldn't do it at the end. That was the thing, is I couldn't stay up 20 hours and drive back an hour. That sounds
Yeah.
dangerous.
You can tell we were getting all kind of tired towards the end there.
As is
Like, I know
tradition.
they were doing, Yeah, they were doing the Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat Theater.
Yeah, which is funny because I think they started actually listening in on the stories. Like, this is actually really interesting. I felt the same way. It was a good story. I actually watched it because it was a fun watch.
Yeah, I do admire
It's a
what they
long
do
one
out there.
too.
Is it better than the movie?
I mean, it's as cheesy as, but there's like cool things. There's like the ending is neat. I thought it was awesome. It had time travel to it, so it was different. I'm gonna leave it a weird jank Josh. It doesn't really like follow. Good there. Oops, there's a whole bottom part of Josh. Delete. Oh wait. No, I'm just gonna leave the hand there because the hand looks like it's hers now.
It does. So much Josh. He is the Resident Evil.
Okay. With that, we've got 4 RE games. Oh, no. I didn't put Keaton. I'll put him as a sign somewhere back. Keaton can be a sign, or part of a sign. But other than that, I think I'm done.
Well, thanks so much for doing this. It's good having you back this week.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll
Let's
be
see.
back next week too.
Awesome. Do we have any game shows in the coming days?
I did talk to Danny. I don't know if they're taking a break for holidays. I will be gone like towards the end of November for sure. I know this week was a break just because of the 24-hour thing, or
Right. I'd assume the
Saturday.
next game show would be the live matching game on Monday, but
yeah. And then there's talks in the chat about potentially bringing back and doing another Jeopardy, which would be fun. I don't know if Josh would be ever up for that again.
yeah, I'm
But,
not sure about the Josh hosting it. He's doing
Yeah.
doing Journey to Journeyman live in the arcade these days. He just put up a post about
Yeah.
the November 26th Journey to Journeyman, which is going to be the next one.
What's the game?
That's why he made the post. He's actually got a survey up to see what the game will be.
Ah, okay.
As far as free play events go, Friday, it's going to be Damien's birthday party at Free Play Richardson. DJ Terminator Mike B will be out there DJing.
Hey.
Yeah, so Friday, Richardson, the place to go. Saturday, I'll be out at Fort Worth, like I always am, with the Killer Queen players. Sunday, Free Play Arlington has the Third Strike monthly. See if Victor can defend his championship.
I hear KOF might be happening too.
KOF is going to be lit tonight, I'm sure of it. In fact, I got to remember to toss Damien's NSFW promo into this SNK chat just to stoke the fires even more.
The question is which KOF, because that's always the biggest. That's the
2K2,
first
I believe,
battle.
is what they have on the Neo Geo today.
Okay,
And they're gonna do it on the Neo Geo on the American sticks.
I've definitely become a fan of 98.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, we had that 98
2K2 is
day.
a little different.
That was a lot of fun. Had it on 2 versus cities.
Soonish.
Mm-hmm.
Neo Turf Masters.
The ultimate fighting game.
It's 98.
Golf.
I mean, I do love those Neo Geo games, or any any cab. That's like if I had a cab, I would try to get, I don't know, a Neo Geo one and just try to get as many games possible for that cab. That was always like a fun one to find in an arcade somewhere. Or the random laundromat and like, ooh, I know there's gonna be like 3 games in here at least.
Yeah, such creative artwork with those as well.
Yeah.
Did we reach the end of the list?
It could also be just Fred Boat getting tired. I bet you it's been exactly what, 2-3 hours?
How'd you know?
Is it exactly? What does it say on the stream?
2 hours, 10 minutes, and 18 seconds. And I bet you it was
Oh.
about 10 minutes before you queued up Fred Boat.
Yeah. That's a good time.
Mhm.
That's not all 55, but I'm
So
fine
we
with
all
that
done here? Should I look
too.
for a raid target?
yeah, that's fine, buddy. Is Game Tracks up?
I don't see him. Let me individually search for him.
No, I don't see.
No results found there.
There's a free play up.
What? Oh, yeah, that's us. Surprise, surprise, we're up. Bless you,
see.
Keaton. Everybody's sneezing around here. What's wrong with you guys? You cats need to
Too
wear
much.
masks.
I see. Do you know who? I know you're FGC people. Do you know who Stone is?
I do not.
Stone Win? Okay. He's a player from Houston. He got like top 8 in Marvel 3 at Evo. He's one of the Houston FGC guys. I'm sure Jeremy and a couple of people know him. He's playing that new Guilty Gear. Josh is doing the music stuff.
I see an actual arcade stream. Donkey Kong World Record attempts from Lakeman 421. Let's give that a whirl.
World record attempt? That's,
yeah. Now, there's been a perfect
game.
game, so he could only be attempting to match the perfect game. But hey, someone wants to stream an actual arcade. I'm looking at his stream. He is streaming actual arcade. That's pretty cool.
What's his name? Lakeman
421. So I'm going to send the raid that way. He's got a physical camera mounted outside of Donkey Kong as he tries for his world record attempts. I don't know the stream, so the language maybe, who knows? Especially if Donkey Kong gets a stray barrel towards Jumpman. But we shall see. Say hi to us.
Looks like this is Game of Choice is what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. All right. We'll be back tomorrow at noon with Mike B News, and tonight 7 p.m. Wrestling Wednesday. Come on out. Someone take the Killer Queen title away from Lauren and her useless partner. Bye, everybody.
See everyone.